Johnny Depp and Amber Heard have exposed the shocking reality for modern day men. We have lost our power. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 lessons from this trial and how they can help you take your power back as a modern day man. If you want to improve your relationships, if you want more purpose or direction in your life, or if you just want to be a better man for your family, then you must know these lessons. If you're not aware and you've been living under a rock, Amber Heard accused indirectly through a op-ed, which is an editorial or a written piece, that Johnny Depp physically abused her. This caused massive losses to his life, and he is now suing her for defamation at $50 million. She has countersued him for $100 million. They are currently in court, and it is one of the most televised things on the planet right now, and all the evidence is pointing to the fact that he in fact did not abuse her. That is simply what the evidence shows in these court recordings. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tony Versick, and I've coached over 500 successful men using our Empowered Man method. And on this channel, we explore the tools and strategies to help men make more money and be truly successful without sacrificing the connection to their wife, their kids, or themselves. So let's address the elephant in the room. Life right now is not fair, and that is the first lesson from this trial. There is a video recording or audio recording of Amber Heard stating that she did not punch Johnny Depp, that she hit him. She is openly admitting to doing this in a courtroom, yet there are no repercussions. Now this may be because he has not sued her or pressed charges on her, but that explains the raw difficulty of this case. If the roles were reversed right now, Johnny Depp would be in jail. The world would come after him and he would be considered a wife beater. This just shows how far we have gone with this movement. Now I am all for equality. My sister who's downstairs is high up at a bank and has just got a role in a global Forex company. She's a successful, powerful woman, and she has just as many powerful traits that all the men I know who are CEOs and high performers do as well. But there are so many instances where this is not the case, where life is unfair and men are treated completely differently to women. And there's many cases where women are treated differently to men. In this case, however, when you look at the evidence and you look at what's going on, you can clearly see that it's completely unfair. All the allegations against him look to be false. All the things said about him look to be false. And because of these allegations and accusations from Amber Heard, Johnny Depp has been castrated by Hollywood, has been ridiculed by thousands, tens of thousands, and millions of people, and has lost roles in his career as one of the most beloved actors of all time. The reality is life is not fair, and the truth is it will not be fair. This will probably get worse and worse and worse. It's happening with transgender athletes competing against biological women. It's happening with trials like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Things are getting crazier and crazier. And if you don't agree with the narrative, apparently you're a bad person. If you don't agree with what one side of the equation says, you're a bigot or you're ridiculing other people, which is simply complete and utter bullshit. The reality is life is not fair, and in this instance, the only thing we can do as modern day men to take back our power is to focus on what we can control. If we spend every single moment of every single day focusing on how unjust things are and how unfair it is, then we give our power away to those things that we by definition cannot control. As men, the only thing we can control is our thoughts, feelings, actions, and reactions. And when we focus on the things we can control, our power is within us. Life is not fair, therefore focus on what you can control, which is what is within you. If you're getting value from this video, smash the like button. As you can tell by my nasally voice, I am sick as a dog, but I really wanted to create this video because so many men suffer like Johnny Depp, and so many men have power within them just like you do to live a life of purpose, peace, and profit, which means your family gets the best life and so do you. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and continue learning these lessons. The second lesson here is that we all have demons. If you listen to Johnny Depp's testimony, there are so many instances of Amber Heard recording him when he's fucked up on drugs and on alcohol, when he's in emotional states where he's raging and destroying kitchens, because she is going after his internal trauma, which first of all you don't do to someone you love. That's unfair. However, this goes to show that so many of us have internal demons and trauma. Johnny Depp had a difficult upbringing. I believe he started using drugs at the age of 12. I started using drugs at the age of 15, and for 5 years I sold them, I took them, and I completely fucked up my life because I did not have a father figure in my life. My parents separated, and therefore I didn't have my dad around to teach me how to be a man. When I did see my father, often he was stressed and he was overwhelmed by his divorce, so he would drink to cope as well. Johnny Depp used alcohol and drugs to deal with his demons. And the reality is we all have these demons. So many men have trauma and challenges from their childhood. This is where beliefs come up. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to be loved. And these are the beliefs that keep us in toxic relationships. Johnny Depp knew that his relationship with Amber Heard was not ideal. He knew that it was painful. When she would throw things at him and yell at him and abuse him, he knew that was wrong. But because he loved her, combined with the fact that he had this trauma and these demons from the past, he dealt with that pain and he stuck with it to try and support her. All because of this unresolved trauma. So many of the successful men we coach in Empowered Man, we have guys who earn 8-9 figures a year, they struggle to deal with their own trauma because it's all stuck up in their head. Their thoughts and feelings are painful, but as men we wear this mask pretending like things are okay instead of dealing with the trauma. And that trauma causes divorces, it causes businesses to break down, and it causes situations like the one we have here with Johnny Depp. Now, it's not his fault that he has this trauma, but it contributes to the reason why this relationship went on for so long and why he was sticking it out and trying to help. The lesson here is to take anything that's happened from the past, whether it's abuse, whether it's your parents not loving you, whether it's been abandoned or fear of abandonment, and to take anything from the past as a modern day man that is holding you back, that is causing you pain, and to bring it into the moment and to process it. Whether that's through therapy, psychology, or a program like ours, it's being able to take the moments from the past and use them as lessons so that you can let them go. It's not about forgetting the past, it's about no longer having a negative association with the past, which means now you don't look at the past, you look at the future and how you can be better, and you can also live in the moment. It typically takes our clients 3 to 4 weeks to let go of any trauma. We had one guy, 28 years of trauma, he let it go within 1 day. You just need the right tools and the right roadmap. And Johnny Depp wasn't given this. I'm sure he had psychologists and therapists and people to talk to and deal with, but that trauma was not dealt with. Not his fault, but the lesson here is deal with the trauma in your life as a modern day man. If there's anything you're holding on to, find someone, find an expert, process that trauma, and slowly or quickly let it go. The third lesson here is the idea of numbing ourselves. As modern day men, we are experts at using external factors to numb the internal pain and demons. Lesson 1, life isn't fair. Lesson 2, we all have demons. Lesson 3 is so many of us use external factors to numb these demons. Things like alcohol, drugs, porn, gambling, cigarettes, even social media or work itself. Johnny Depp clearly used substances to numb his internal pain. Instead of processing it, instead of working through it, which I'm sure he tried to do, that's painful to do. I mean, you can test this right now. Change is painful. Changing the way you do things is painful. If you fold your arms right now, and you can really try this and see how powerful this is. If you fold your arms and then fold them the opposite way, you're going to notice that it feels uncomfortable and it's not as simple as just folding your arms. But folding your arms you don't have to think about. If you go to the bathroom and wipe your ass and then wipe your ass with the other hand, it's difficult because so much of who we are is patterns. It's behaviors, it's belief systems and thoughts and feelings that happen subconsciously, just like driving a car. Which means that when we're alone with our own thoughts, so many of us, just like Johnny Depp, just like me for years of my life, we turn to coping mechanisms because it's easier to numb ourselves than to deal with the pain. If folding your arms the opposite way is painful, then how painful is it going to be to deal with the trauma? How painful is it going to be to leave your wife or Amber Heard? It's painful, and therefore to deal with the pain, the arguments, the resentment, the issues in the relationships, the negative thoughts in our own head, we look for ways to numb ourselves. We look for ways to keep our brain busy. The solution here and the lesson is to learn how to be comfortable living in the moment. This is difficult to do, but it's to learn how to bring your awareness back to gratitude, being grateful that you're alive, being grateful that there's sun shining on your skin, being grateful for the fact that you've got family and friends that love you, And if you don't, being grateful for the fact that you can create that in your life. As men, we struggle to be in the moment. We struggle to control our own thoughts, and this can destroy marriages and businesses. This is something Johnny Depp wasn't taught, and therefore, because of his past and because of what he saw growing up, he turned to drugs and alcohol. For you, it might not be drugs and alcohol. It might be weed. It might be, well, that is a drug. It might be work. Many of us numb ourselves with work. One of our clients, the Empowered Man, makes millions a year, and his way of coping with the stress was just work late hours, which meant he didn't have time to spend with his family. So the lesson here is to learn how to be in the moment and be grateful and present as a modern day man without the use of substances or numbing yourself. The fourth lesson here is that we tolerate pain for far too long. Johnny Depp was clearly in pain for many of the months in this relationship. I believe they were married for 15 months. And during that time, when she threw things at him and when she abused him verbally and physically, he tolerated that pain. And as men, just like Johnny Depp's tattoos or my tattoos, we tolerate pain and we become comfortable with pain. As modern day men, we are more stressed, depressed, overweight, anxious, and divorced than ever before. How is this possible? There are more YouTube videos, there are more coaches, there are more mentors, there's more information out there than ever before. But the information does not give you education on how to process pain. So just like a tattoo, I got addicted to this stuff, so did Johnny Depp. We become comfortable with that pain and it becomes a part of who we are. This is people who go into states of depression or anxiety. When you take that away from them and they start feeling good, even though it feels good, it's uncomfortable to feel good because we're so used to feeling pain. As men, no one ever taught us how to process pain. Where's the school on controlling negative thoughts? Where's the school on controlling negative feelings? Where's the school on dealing with stress or trauma or pain holistically instead of using drugs, alcohol, or other forms of numbing? Where's the school on dealing with somebody like Amber Heard? There isn't one. So we do what we think is normal. We do what we've been taught, which is be a man. Work hard, provide, make money. That's exactly what Johnny Depp did, the entire time tolerating pain. The lesson here is to recognize pain as it comes up and to do something about it right away. Now, in Johnny Depp's case, maybe he couldn't leave. There are many instances in the trial that seem to show him trying to leave, but she would always pull him back. But the reality is he tolerated that pain for far too long, and things escalated and got worse. She recorded him in his weakest states, and she's now using that in the courtroom to try and defame him even further. The lesson here is to process pain. No one taught us how. It's being able to take the pain and learn lessons from it. Every single breakdown creates a breakthrough. Every single problem creates perspective. And every single piece of pain is there to teach you something. If you're walking down the street and you trip up on a piece of concrete sticking up from the floor, you're typically not going to trip up in the same place again because you learned from that pain. And Johnny Depp tolerated that pain for so long. This is a lesson for all of us to process pain as soon as it comes up, because life's too short to deal with the same problems over and over again. The fifth and final problem is that Johnny Depp did not have a roadmap to fix these things. Life was not fair. From the age of 12 years old, when he started taking drugs, life did not deal him favorable cards. Sure, he became famous and made money, but none of that matters if you're miserable, depressed, and in a toxic relationship. Then from there, he had plenty of demons that he couldn't deal with. Those demons were dealt with by numbing himself with alcohol and drugs. This caused a toxic relationship. This was one of the many reasons that relationship with Amber Heard was toxic. And he tolerated that pain for far too long, dealing with it by being stuck in it instead of processing it and learning from it. And none of this was his fault. No one taught us how. We don't have a roadmap for these things. If you've got a toxic relationship with an abusive partner, if you're getting ridiculed by the media, if you're being attacked, if you have mental demons, if you have addictions, where is the roadmap on how to change these things? Because life for a man is about expansion. It's about power and purpose. This is why actors and athletes grow and make more money. This is why wars happen. This is why people build properties and empires. Our job as a man is to build something. It's to be a leader and a modern day king. We don't live in the age of kings anymore. We live in 2022 at the time of recording this. Our job as a man is to provide. It's to be a leader. It's to be the man, a man with power and purpose. a man who is in control of his thoughts and feelings, a man who can process pain, a man who can lead his wife and kids. And in this situation, there was no roadmap for Johnny. At a young age, he became an actor, and at a young age, he had to deal with fame and all the pressure that comes with that, which is the weight of the world on your shoulders. If you're a high-performance man or you work hard for your family, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single day is full of pressure and stress. And then you add on Amber Heard and the abuse, you add on social media, you add on the hit piece that was put out about him, you add on the fame, you add on the money, and it's a melting pot about to explode with no way out. The final lesson here is if you have any problems in your life, whether it's a lack of power or purpose, whether it's a toxic relationship, whether it's addiction, whether it's the feeling of not being good enough, which is so common for so many men, then what you need to do is put together a plan to fix things. And it can be one step at a time. The plan might be going out and walking every day if you're depressed. The plan might be having a difficult conversation with your partner if the relationship is breaking down. And putting one step in every single day. And every day you put one step in, and over 365 days, you may not fix the problems in your life, but you will become a better man because you're putting in the reps and you're chasing progress over perfection. Because your family deserves the best you and so do you. And you can be a man of power and purpose. You can build your empire and kingdom without sacrificing the connection to your wife, your kids, or yourself. Life is too short to live in a situation like Johnny Depp had to live in. Life is too short to not be happy. So there you have 5 lessons that can help us become better men through watching and seeing Johnny Depp's pain and turmoil, which is something no man or human should ever have to go through. There's obviously a lot more to learn, and I'll link some videos in a few seconds that can help you with your thoughts and feelings, and that can help you ultimately become a better man in your relationships, your business, and your life. I hope you got some value from these lessons. If you did, smash the like button and hit the subscribe button as well, and that little bell icon. I release videos like this every single week on how to improve your relationships, grow your business without all the pressure and stress, and how to be a better man in your life. Also, there's going to be a video up here that you can watch on how to control negative thoughts and feelings, and a video down here on the 6 steps to eliminate any argument and communicate better. So go and watch those videos and learn more about how you can become a better man.